everyone, my name is Asmo, and welcome back to the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. Last time we found out that Sonic appeared to have perished. He was lying, I don't think it was face down, but definitely in kind of a pretzel-esque form on the floor, trying to get a nap in. And you know, Amy decided that it was all fun and games. We shall see if it actually is. I mean, this game was made for April Fools, so it probably is. But let's go see, shall we? Breathtaking views. This train passes by some incredible sights. I'm just happy to be traveling at a normal speed. I get nauseous pretty easily. I have to avoid things like roller coasters. I don't mind roller coasters, though I find myself running on the tracks more than I do riding in the carts. I never understand this friend group. Neither will I. Decent cash reward for finding this robot. Maybe I'll keep an eye out. Or Omotel. I hate to see them like this. So for those of you who don't know, omocha means toy in Japanese, and chao are the little creatures that you often see in Sonic games. So the fact that it's called omochao makes me laugh. What they do? Medical malpractice. Interesting. Clearly, we won't be able to give the game Super Monkey Ball a try. I see what you did there, SEGA. You're plugging your own game. Well played. Well played. Also, if you like this, don't forget to leave a comment and like the video. Do we think it broke when the train sped up? The damages look more to be caused from punches. Knuckles, what do you do? You could have done that. What are you two looking at me for? Smashed arcade is added to your inventory. I love how it tells us, like, Knuckles. Something's always hidden in the trash. Let's check there. Sadly, this one's empty as well. I'm starting to think your theory on something always being hidden in the trash is flawed. It's only a matter of time, Tails. Have faith. It's as they say, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Haha! I think Tails is ignoring me. They say it's empty, but there's trash in the trash. Let me go through the trash. Ah, the bowl of assorted nuts. The classic saloon snack. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Kinda bland. Huh. Seems like someone licked all the salt off him. What? Ugh! Or maybe they're just unsalted. The robotic arms here are really helpful. Dude. What's the arm doing to my hair? Fix it up a bit. That's incredible. What interesting tech. Uh-oh. Should I fear for my job a little bit? How well can it microwave? Asmodeus? This is interesting. What is? It's just a few used cups. Sure, but why are there 3? Knuckles was really thirsty? Asmodeus, this one has lipstick on the rim. Try Rouge! That's not Knuckles' color at all. Someone else must have been here. We should lock this. Used cups added to your inventory. I think we've found enough clues. Let's go interrogate Knuckles and find out what really happened. But I want to check out what's more over here. Howdy, partners. Spittoon-free establishment. There's a Coliseum Highway Zone. I thought I told you to leave me alone. I like your hat. Aw, he's blushing. Aw, Knuckles, oh, he's adorable. Knuckles, are you blushing? I said, leave me alone. Doesn't look like he's used to being complimented. Did you just adjust your hat a bit so we could see it better? I said leave. Can I take your order? Not hungry. Well, if you ever are, you'll let me know, won't you? Sure, like a butler of sorts, right? Come on, Asmodeus, you're not a butler. Tell him. Yeah, like a butler. Excellent. Thank you, butler. Damn it! Knuckles, Asmodeus and I need to determine what you were doing during the hour the murder took place. I already told you, buzz off. You're not getting anything out of me. Thankfully, we don't need you to say much. What happened here is pretty obvious. It is? We have evidence, too. We do? Asmodeus, just take a good look at your inventory. What was distracting Knuckles during the time Sonic was murdered? The smashed arcade. The arcade machine? Ha! What makes you think I touched it? The cat's walking behind my PC. Think! I have to wazz my way through this. I thunk my way through my dream gear. This isn't a tough one, Knuckles. Knuckles, you clearly touched the arcade machine because... Super Monkey Ball is your favorite game. The arcade cabinet is covered in punches. Your hair was found at the scene. Nah, it's covered in punches. What evidence do you have that the damages are punches? That face. What are y'all staring at my hands for? Knuckles, you clearly destroyed the arcade machine, but why? I needed a punching bag and none were available to me. Just a sudden urge to punch, huh? I believe repairing the arcade machine will give us our answers. How will you? I'm on it, Asmodeus. Distract Knuckles while I fix Super Monkey Ball. Bring it on! Alright, time to think. I'm thinking real hard. I jumped and I thinky tungled. Ah! Whee! Ow! I hit the spikes. No, not the spikes. Made it with one ring to spare. I'm awesome. Oh yeah, I'm the best. Oh yeah. I thunk like Sonic. The arcade machine is fixed. No! Don't look at the scores! I love this face so much. It's so funny. Hi, cat. Yeah, I know. You think I'm crazy. This is there looking at me like, what is my human doing? Quick, look at the scores! I'm pulling it up now. Vector is 1 point more than Knuckles. Okay, what does this tell us? Nothing, obviously. It tells us something massive. Look at the name on the top of the list. It's Vector. He's supposed to be in the library car. The picture is beginning to be painted here. You competed with Vector to see who could get the highest score. And Vector beat you. And in frustration, you destroyed the arcade cabinet. He's sponging the air in frustration. You're guessing. Where's your proof? Where's your evidence? Are we allowed to point at your pointy gloves? Vector's a common name. Prove to me he was here now. Think. Oh god, now I have to think again? Alright, well, we need 35. Ah! I know, I fell! You have nothing. Silts. Nada. Now leave, you two. Quick, Asmodeus, let's try again. Okay, I'm allowed to try again. Huh? Alright, there we go. I did it. I had to really concentrate there. It was getting very spiky. Now, Asmodeus, what proves Vector was here with Knuckles? The glasses! This one! No! I thought it was strange there was more than one cup sitting next to you. While you were supposed to be participating in the murder mystery game for Amy's birthday, you and Vector enjoyed some drinks playing arcade. It's not like... that... I wasn't... Don't tell Amy. I think we're on the right track here. It's as you say, Vector popped up at the top of the hour wanting to play the arcade machine with me. We went back and forth trying to figure the game out, but when we did, we competed for the highest score. When he bested me, I destroyed the machine. No proof of his win. I was trying to fix the machine cabinet before you two came in, honest. I didn't want to be caught. And that's my story, and alibi. I've already told an abridged version of this for Amy. Boy, this friend group has a lot of pride issues. Well, that explains one of the used cups. But what of the cup with the lipstick mark? Rouge was in here too. Do it. Come on, cat. There you go. It's inconsequential, not worth mentioning. She searched around for something but failed, made fun of her game and left. Obnoxious, that one. But you offered her a drink, apparently. Listen, I don't know why she showed up, and I've told you everything that happened before the train sped up. Are you not satisfied? Will you two relent? I'm understanding the scenario. Vector visited to play games, Rouge couldn't find something, and then left. Then Knuckles destroyed the machine. That all makes sense to me. Thank you for answering so many of our questions. Actually, that's not everything, is it, Knuckles? I want to step back to something I noticed. One more name on that high score list doesn't make sense. Asmodeus, can you take a look one more time? An odd name on the high score list? What's Tails talking about? Toast Alphabet Ultimate Bagel Candy. Is it Ultim? So the rest is food. All the other names have a food theme, but this one. Well, here it goes by Ultim. You may not know Asmodeus, but there's someone here that goes by the title The Ultimate Life Form. Shadow! There's really someone here that goes by that? Nothing sticks by you, does it, bud? Vector and I were struggling so much with the game, but then Shadow dropped by. So Shadow was here too? He thought it was the game and was the first to get his name on the scoreboard. Vector and I then fought to beat Shadow's score. They're both very annoying. You all immediately had to compete, huh? He gave me this before he left. Shadow told me to lock the door and to not open it for anyone. Then he left. When Vector was leaving, I locked the door behind him. Saw no one else here after locking the door. That's the honest truth. So when Amy came through here not too long ago, did you open the door for her? No, I think she has some sort of key too. That's right, the conductor gave her that special birthday key. Well, I have a lot of questions. What happened in the library to cause Vector to come here? Why is Shadow locking doors, and what was Rouge searching for? I don't know. They didn't tell me, even though I asked with a cowboy accent. You're gonna want to find them and ask them yourselves. More information than I expected to get here, but it seems we can move on. As of right now, I believe your story, Knuckles. We'll only know for sure when we confirm things with Vector. Fair enough, the library is the next car. I'll open the lock for you. Give whoever KO'd Sonic an earful for me, Detective Tails and Butler. I liked it better when he wasn't talking to us. Will do, Sheriff. Come on, Asmodeus. Let's head to the library. Okay. On it! This is way more exciting than microwaving chili dogs. Asmodeus! Coming! Bye, Knuckles. It was fun talking to you. Ready to mosey down to the next cart? No way, dang nabbit. You got it, partner. Onwards! I've seen everything that's here anyways. Oh, adorable little Chow. Library car. All this stuff's getting heavy. I'll dump what I don't need. Everyone's favorite journalist reporter Amy Rose is hot on the scoop. I'm heading out. You've been fabulously helpful. Already? Before you go, Espio and I wanted to give you your present. My presents? You're both too sweet, thank you! Vector, it seems we have more guests. Amy, there you are. Have you found any leads yet? Oh, the detective pair needs help from the birthday girl? Ah, she knows everyone's all out to be sassy on their birthday. This tip is just too juicy to ignore. I'll see you all around. Don't worry, Sonic. I'll be the one to avenge you. And quick. But how are you gonna leave? The door to the next car is locked. Oh, you doubt the birthday girl? The birthday girl has a master key. Right. The birthday girl gets the birthday key. Yeah, of course. It's a birthday privilege. I'll solve this case before anyone else. Bye! Amy may be hasty, but she's thorough. Now, what are you two doing? Looking mighty suspicious, I say. What do you have slop on your thing? I'm the detective, so I can't be the murderer. And I'm, here to ask if anyone's hungry. Starved. I'd kill for a chicken parmesan right about now. Maybe kill isn't the right language to use right now. And Vector, the butcher. Oh, that explains why there's spots. I'm licensed to handle raw meat. And I'm Espio, the poet. Ah, poetry. A resonant message from poet to reader meant to challenge our delicate perspectives with the most rhythmic of prose. Can I hear some? Sure. Teardrops in the spring, can you hear me sing la 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 dee 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 dee? Ah, adorable little towels. Was that it? I have more if you like. Cherry blossoms in the spring. I'm, satisfied for now, thanks. At least he's rhyming, I suppose. Asmodeus and I are here to establish both of your alibis. Can you walk us through what happened after Amy had everyone leave the dining car? Oh, sure. It's simple. We just explained this to Amy, actually. When we were all sent off, Rouge, Blaze, Shadow, and Sonic all passed through this library car, where Amy told me and Espio to stay. I promptly picked up a book off the shelf and made myself comfortable. Vector got bored, so he left to see what Knuckles was up to in the saloon car. Yep. How was Rouge? We happened to see her lipstick stain on a cup at the saloon car. Rouge came over to the library car, seemingly looking for something. Then she went to search the saloon car. She came back shortly after. We heard her shout, "No way," at the brochure stand over there. But she left back to the casino car before Shadow came through and locked the door. Wonder what she found. She's obviously been on the hunt for something. After Rouge left, Shadow walked through the casino car, then entered the library car and locked the door behind him. More importantly, why has Shadow been locking doors? Shadow went through the library car to the saloon car, where Knuckles and I were playing games. He insisted on showing us up at Super Monkey Ball. I got so engrossed by the rolling monkey action, I hardly noticed when Shadow left the saloon car. I guess he went through the library car, hurting my throat, to the casino car. Again locked the door behind him. Then he returned to the lounge car, where he was meant to be stationed. When Vector came back, we realized Knuckles locked the door to the saloon car. We were stuck in the library car. That's when the train sped up. We were worried about the bookshelves falling on us, but we got through it all right. We sat strapped here until Amy arrived asking questions. She's the one that told us someone murdered Sonic. And yeah, that is all that happened. With all these locked doors, it seems Vector or Espio couldn't have left the library car or the saloon car. Did they not have a key like Knuckles? I mean, Knuckles got a key from Shadow, and Shadow told him to lock the doors, so I would assume that he gave them, or at least Espio, the key as well. Unless they're two idiots. That's a very high likelihood. Thank you both for your cooperation. We're just gonna peek around, and we'll return with any questions. If you return with any meat, I'll chop it up for you. And if you'd like to be serenaded with a poem, I got you covered too. Thanks, guys! Their alibi seems solid enough, but we should still search for clues. What we're looking for is any evidence that proves that what they're saying is true. We need to confirm Vector's reason for leaving his post and determine if Espio was actually in the library car reading. A tall task, but we can do it. Let's go to get to the bottom of this, Tails. Absolutely. Oh, poor thing. That arm is really struggling cleaning up this car. To be fair, I wouldn't want to clean up all this mess either. Let's leave it alone to do its thing. Yeah, probably for the best. A chow hangs precariously from a tree branch. The large text below reads, "Hang in there." Wow, I really needed to see this. This little chow's hanging there, refusing to use his wings to fly to safety, because choosing the hard way is often the most rewarding. That's beautiful. If this chow can stick to his principles and find strength, then I can too. There's no way there was that much thought put into that poster. Right? Most likely. Ciao, Escola. Check out our book club. Book of the month, Gone Gal. Instead of Gone Girl, it's Gone Gal. Oh, brochures. There are travel destination ideas here, like amusement parks, caverns, hotels, restaurants. Oh! That's what it is. Look at this. There's a couple maps here. Seems to be a map of the library car. The books are categorized by genre, which are listed here. I love a good overhead map. Let's take it. Library map added to your inventory. Should we take this brochure about a cave too? Look, there's stalactites. No, I'll leave it. Oh, yeah, that's fair. Nobody shares my fondness for caves. To be honest, I would probably not like caves either, all things considered. A globe! A globe of our marvelous planet. I haven't traveled around much. The islands are fun and all, but I'd love to visit some of the other countries. They're a lot of fun, honestly. Plenty of wonderful people and shops. The food can't be beat either. Ah, sounds perfect for a vacation. The conductor was talking about Spagonia, if you've ever been. I have, actually. If you're ever fishing... Again, words stop working. If you're ever visiting, be sure to stop at the university and say hi to Professor Pickle. He'll tell you everything about the area and makes one scrumptious sandwich. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks. This group knows everyone and has been everywhere, haven't they? Trash! Something's always in the dresser sack. I hate to say it, but there's nothing here. I really thought there'd be something there. That's what it is. Really sad that there was nothing in the trash bin. No, I'm alright. I'm sure there'll be something hidden in the trash, in the next trash bin we find. You really think so? Yeah. Well, you just have to stay optimistic. Yeah. Okay. These trash bins hide a secret. I'm sure of it. That's what is pretty unconventional, but I like that. Was that supposed to be a compliment? Let's just take a pause and sit here for a second. Yes, let's procrastinate. Great idea. These chairs are very comfy, so plush. Puts me right in the mood to read. Makes me want to take a nap, personally. In fact, maybe I'll rest my eyes a bit. Exclamation, no, don't fall asleep! There's been a murder, remember? If I had a ring for every time a murder ruled my nap time, I'd had exactly one ring. So many books on the ground. I wish we had time to pick them all up. I sadly have no interest in picking up these books. A lot of these were knocked out by the train speeding up, but Rouge pulled a lot of these out too, searching for something. But reckless behavior. I feel sorry for the poor books. The spines are creasing. They're opening too far. This kid feels empathy for everything. Because he's adorable! What's this private book? Oh, yuck! This is reeks of the evil scientist Dr. Eggman. Yep, this is Dr. Eggman's autobiography and recipe book. What kind of recipes? Also, if they're any good, can I have? Who cares? I wouldn't trust any book he's written. It's weird this is even here. Maybe people just appreciate an outlet. You may not be wrong. Can I have recipe book? Please? Oh, hi. Wow, I wish I could stop and look at all these books. But Sonic needs me. No time to rest. Alright, let's move on then. Well, I mean, a little pig wouldn't hurt. He's scavenging through all the books titles excited. He's like a kid in a candy shop, or in this case, a genius on a train library. That's odd. I know some books have fallen out on the floor and everything, but every book in these shelves is in alphabetical order. But this one, the Mirage Express Manual, is the user guide to the Mirage Express, the train we're currently on. You think someone found it on the ground and put it back? Maybe, but it's interesting. Let's make a note of it. Alright. So I think from this point on we can actually move on. But let's talk to Vector. Did you bring me any meat to chop? I may be a butcher, but they confiscated my meat cleaver before getting on the train. You actually tried to bring a knife on the train? Oh man of authenticity, K-Tails. Without my knife, I'm just a chef in a ketchup-stained apron, not a butler. Butcher. Yeah, words. I think if you had a knife on you, we'd definitely think you were the murderer. What if I hid the knife? You know, I'm not a biggest fan of this line of thought. Okay? Yes, please, I'm starved. Actually, I'm off duty at the moment. The murder mystery is more important. Now, why would you show me the menu to me? Come on, Asmodeus, why would you tease him like that? And there I thought I could trust you. You made a fool of me. Look, Asmodeus, you've made a fool of him. Come on, Asmodeus, smooth this over. No, I'm the fool. Yeah. I smooth things over, but at what cost? At the cost of my reputation. Now I'm a fool. God. I don't think I have enough to... This one. Yeah, I don't think I have enough to interrogate. Fancy a poem? Can I get a poem about space? I've made it up to space with my beloved antique face, but a mistake in my haste dropped the face from my embrace. So my antique I must now replace. What caused you to drop the vase? Don't read too deeply, it's a poem. He hasn't thought it through, has he? I have a poem about this. My starved stomach babbled, though I ignored the grumbling tummy. For the eggs I received are scrambled when I asked for my eggs sunny. Oh wow, we don't serve any eggs on the train though. My talent is wasted on you lot. Sure, let's go with talent. Shadow supposedly walked through the library car before going into the saloon. When Shadow left the library car, he locked his door on his way out. There's gotta be a reason he's doing this. Should we make a note of it? Yeah, I do believe we should. Shadow's logs added to the inventory. I think we found enough clues. Let's go interrogate Vector and Espio to find out what really happened. Right. So, the two of you don't believe us, eh? It's not that I don't trust either of you, but I wouldn't be a proper detective without examining the validity of your alibis. Asmodeus and I are here to confirm two things. Why Vector left to go play games with Knuckles, and if Espio really was reading in the car library. Vector will stop with you. Why don't you leave the library car to visit Knuckles? We're prepared to present evidence if need. Oh, that's easy, I got bored. The man got bored. What? I wasn't entertaining him enough, it seems. Vector enjoys being social. Plus, you were instructed to mingle. I remember the arcade machine in the saloon car, so I figured I'd go check it out. It seems to line up with the information we gathered from Knuckles. Now, that brings our attention to you, Espio. Rouge entered the library car, found something, then left. You said you immediately started reading, but were you actually reading the entire time you were in the library car? Of course he was. Once Espio starts reading, he doesn't stop till it's done. I've seen it happen. It must have been a good read. What was the book? Yeah. Espio doesn't owe you that, detective. Let the man live. But it was embarrassing. What kind of things do you think I read? Actually, kind of curious what Vector thinks he reads. I've been reading the Grimm brothers actually, the original stories, not the altered ones. Very gruesome. If you want to talk, I have a hunch on what that book might be. Asmodeus, could you help me out? Alright, Asmodeus, what book do we think Espio may have been reading? Sorry. Doing Espio's voice has done a number on my throat. A manual? You think Espio was reading instructions? What argument could you possibly have to support this? Think. I'm gonna think. Ah. Damn it. Oh, come on. Whee! I've made it. With 18 extras. There are books scattered around the floor, sure, but the remaining books on the shelves were all in alphabetical order. All except this manual, meaning someone at the very least picked up the manual and put it back in the correct place. This lack of attention to detail isn't normally like you, Espio. Hey now, I won't have you insulting my pal like that. Calm down, Vector. I know you mean well, but I can handle myself. Apologies, Espio. A butcher and a poet, a friendship can form anywhere. That is indeed the book I was reading, the Mirage Express Manual. Trains are cool. In that case, we'd like to ask you a few questions about the manual, Asmodeus, if you don't mind. Could you ask Espio some questions about the manual? Just flip to a page and ask away. Oh, I see. Quiz Espio about the manual to prove you read it. That's definitely something you do. Which page should I quiz him on? Page 362. Okay, what efficient and extremely accurate technology was installed to assist in keeping the train spotless? Robotic arms. During events, they can perform a variety of tasks and are responsible for cleaning up trash and messes afterwards. I remember the conductor saying the train can clean itself. It's also not that hard seeing that there's a robotic arm like right here and in probably every single train car. Though I have a feeling the train company just didn't want to hire any janitors. The robotic arms can also detect weapons or explosives being brought onto the train, ensuring passenger safety. Seems like Espio aced that question. Asmodeus, hit him with another one. Oh, okay. Which space do we choose? 289. What is the Mirage Express's cancellation policy? No refunds and you will be charged a no-show fee. This does not apply if you're over the age of 65. Gee, the person who made this rule must have been over 65. That's one, Asmodeus. Let's see if Espio can go 3 for 3. Gotcha. Which space should I pick last? 402. What was implemented to support the conductor duties and ease general train obligations? An intelligent data processing system, it works in tandem with the conductor to ensure smooth travel for guests. I remember this, the train has an autopilot, but it can't access its full suite of capabilities. Yeah, full suite of capabilities without the conductor present. Now, did I pass your little test? Yes. Totally. It's odd you were able to retain all this information so quickly. A poet's brain is often surprising. I don't know if I'd be bragging about that. You've clearly read the manual, those answers feel far too specific to be guessed. And you both had the nerve to question my buddy like that. Don't we want to be supporting folks who read? You have to admit though, reading the entire time a murder occurred does sound a bit suspicious, even if true. But he answered all my questions so calmly. That's very impressive. I mean, it's Espio. He studies the art of ninjutsu. Hiya. No, I understand everyone's got his attitudes. Hector was the only one to see me reading, after all. My alibi is hard to substantiate despite being the truth. Well, you definitely read through the manual, so I suppose we can... Espio, is that true? Hector was the only one to see you reading? Yes, that is correct. Problem? Frankly, I don't believe that can be true. And we have evidence to back it up. Asmodeus? You always put me on the spot. Okay, Asmodeus, think. We should have a piece of evidence linked to someone who also saw Espio reading, but what? You mean besides this? Shadow's lock. Please, pray tell what this has to do with anything. We're off, Asmodeus. Let's get our argument together. Time to get my dream gear back in action. Ow. Hi, cat. Shadow walked through the library card to get to the saloon car, where he set the original high score on the arcade machine. Yeah, but he ended up beating it. It wasn't the high score long. Crocs are natural gamers. Espio said he saw Shadow enter the library car, but he's mentioned nothing about Shadow's return. He only mentioned that Vector came back. When Shadow left, Knuckles and Vector in the saloon car, Espio was fully seated reading his book for a good while at this point. We know Shadow had to walk back through the library car when he left the saloon car, so there's absolutely no way Shadow and Espio didn't notice one another on Shadow's return trip. This is true. I mean, it was a simple slip-up. It was just fully immersed in my book that I didn't notice Shadow. You're telling me the sound of doors opening and locking wouldn't have caused you to look up? I mean, not gonna lie, I've read books before where I got fully immersed in a book and I didn't notice anything that went on around me because I was just so into that book. Noises just fall away, dude. Read books, they're good. Oh, hey, you see, I can sense Espio's desperation here. Defending the argument that he was reading the entire time isn't easy. So if you didn't see Shadow returning from the saloon car to lock all the doors, then at that moment, were you really in the library car at all? But how would Espio leave? Shadow locked the doors and no one saw Espio in the saloon car. It's a mystery, my dear Asmodeus. One that I would love for Espio to solve. You gotta believe me. That cool demeanor is vanishing. I was so involved with my book, I didn't notice Shadow pass back to the library car, honest. When Vector returned, he even had to tap me on the shoulder to get my attention. Yeah, I think I remember doing that. I must avenge my friend's death, so I ask you again, Espio. If you weren't there for Shadow to see you reading, then how did you leave the library car? I didn't. Why doesn't this seem right to me? Tails definitely feels like he's onto something, but I don't see it. Was Espio simply sitting reading, or did he somehow vanish to not notice Shadow's return to the library car? What should I do? This is a tough one. Oh, wait, there's a seat right here. He could have just not seen him there. I have to make sure our guests are taken care of. I have to speak up. Tails, we have a piece of evidence that can answer all of our problems. All right, my fellow associates, lay it on me. What piece of evidence shows Shadow and Espio couldn't have seen each other? This. All right, now let's get my thoughts in order. I got my dream gear. Yeah. I'm good. Aw, you sleeping on my PC, kitty cat. The library map. Oh, I see. You see the spot? See the exits? They're right across from one another. Straight path. If Shadow walked down this straight path, there's a way Espio and Shadow couldn't have seen one another. Looks like you'll have to point it out where exactly on the map you mean. Where could Espio have been for Shadow not to see him? Right here. Interesting. That's where I was sitting reading my book. I can second this. When I returned from the saloon car, Espio was in the same spot. That confirms it then. You see, Shadow and Espio couldn't have seen one another from this spot, because the bookcase is in the way. There's no way Shadow could have seen Espio or vice versa. It makes a lot of sense why you never mentioned Shadow's return, Espio. There's just no way you would have seen him. I apologize for losing my cool back there. I felt like I was grasping despite telling the truth. But I'm glad you all believe me now. Your alibi isn't the most airtight, but I have no further points. Thank you both for answering all our questions. We did it. Another pair of alibis validated. Yay! Too many locked doors to worry about, but I'm glad everything straightened itself out in the end. Well, I'm exhausted. I'm gonna crash here for a bit. These chairs are so comfy. Likewise, I could use a breather. Sadly, our work isn't done. I have plenty of questions for Rouge and especially Shadow. Oh, it seems the door to the next car is open. Amy must have kept it open when she passed through earlier. And that's our cue to leave. See you later, Vector and Espio. Give 'em heck. And if you need any meat chop, say the word. I'll keep my poetry sharp for you both. A murderer is on the loose while doors keep getting locked. Tick, 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 tock goes the clock while our heroes are in the caboose. At this point, I'm feeling pretty confident in our detective abilities. We're really doing this! Huzzah! Come on, Esmeralda, let's see what's next. I love Tails, he's so adorable. I know he has two tails, but it kind of looks like he's wagging them. Like he has one tail that's wagging from one side to the other. Coming! Right, but that does it for today's episode. That's silent. Of the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a comment and leave a like so I know that you guys liked this episode and you guys want more. And remember, like, subscribe, and obey. Ta-ta!